Hello, what could kill Games Workshop or what is the greatest danger for Games Workshop? That's the topic for today. How I mean this, there was in trouble a few years ago, and which decisions or which development could endanger them in the future. That's the topic for today. I made a small poll, and my ideas was 3D printing, high prices, better games, lack of supply, and your greatest point was high prices. But you have also another idea, which I don't have at the first moment, but I think probably this could be the most dangerous idea, or the greatest danger for Games Workshop, and was is a great danger for a lot of companies, and a lot of companies did this mistake. I will talk about this in a moment. First, 3D printing. What I mean by this, the nightmare is everyone have his 3D printer at home and print his stuff and don't need anything, any new models from Games Workshop. Yes, that could be possible, but I don't think that 3D printing will ever be that easy and that for example, if you need a resin printer, you need a resin. The resin isn't very healthy. You can't do this in your flat. There are a lot of things. It's not that easy, and even you still buy your books, magazines, and codexes on paper and don't print everything at home. Even if this is much more easy, and it's, in my opinion, it will be ever all time much more easier to mass produce good or than 3D printed than your own. Of course, can be yes, this in my opinion, 3D printing could be a danger, but it depends how Game Workshop could also use 3D printing. For example, they can't fulfill their demand now. They could sell licenses for somebody to do, or sell you the files and you can 3D print the stuff yourself or something like this. Yes, of course, you could print more than one, for example, but especially for example something like if you just sell a special character, then you just buy they can't fulfill the demand now. So, for example, if they sell something like the Lion, a file for 20 euros, yes, probably not everyone will buy them. Someone will share them or something like this. Yes, of course, but they will probably sell more. If everybody can 3D print the stuff, it would probably sell more files than real physical products. Or if they, for example, if they, at the moment, if they would sell their codes for their app, I would probably bought a few more codexes than if they, for example, cost 20 or 10 euros. And because I don't want the full Tyranid codex, but I at least bought for 10 euros, I would bought the code. So digital products, digital content could also be a chance. If they don't watch this, don't recognize this, don't change anything, yes, then that could be a problem. But 3D printing, you could also order your 3D prints now, and they of course they are a lot cheaper. I made a whole videos about how you can save money with games with Warhammer and 3D. Order your own 3D printing models. 3D printed models was one of the cheapest options, but it isn't that. Yes, it's cheaper, but if Games Workshop would really want to make their stuff cheaper, they could. That's the next point, the prices. Yeah. Yes, the stuff is expensive, but I don't see that's a really big problem for them, because the stuff was always expensive and the company sold them. Yes, you could. I just looked up some old numbers, and yes, if you account inflation, they are a little bit more expensive now than, for example, 20 years ago or something like this. But you could also argue the official inflation numbers are not the real inflation numbers, and that's not a conspiracy theory. But I know how the numbers are made, and yes, and you could also argue that the models now are better than the models you get for 20 years ago. So yes, they're a little bit more expensive probably, but there was always expensive and it always worked. And another point, that's a little bit of economics. So if you ever learn something about economics or business administration, you probably will know this. This is a market price function. It's a model, as everybody know. Model is an easier version of the reality. So this is a very easy model. You have on the one side you have a price, on another side you have a amount goods sold, and of course if you sell more, the price go down. If you sell less, the price go up. And Games Workshop could probably sell double or tens of much more if they reduce their prices, but they even can't fulfill this demand. So they probably sell in this area here. You see this with the scalpers and this. Yes, they could even higher their prices, would still sell their stuff in some cases. So I don't see really a problem. And they could, if they the biggest discount in the third-party retailer is 20% in Germany, and not worldwide or something like this. So Games Workshop would probably sell the stuff for 50 or half of the price. They sell them in the store, in their stores, and I heard that the 50% discount is also the employee discount, and so. And another, I don't know if this is true, but I hear that someone told another Games Workshop employee that what is more valuable, the box or the plastic in the box, and the box are more valuable. So they could make their stuff way cheaper if they really want. But if they make their stuff cheaper, they can't fulfill the demand anyway. So there's no incentive to do this. But if they are in trouble, under pressure and the sales drop, and then they could reduce their prices and catch up. The best thing but another thing is I made another video about this. Games Workshop isn't this big of a company. It's not a small company, but it isn't that big. So they build a new factory or something like this is a big decision for them, that they probably don't, a little bit afraid to do this, I don't know, or probably just take years to make something like this. But if their new web shop costs, I think I heard a number of 10 million, probably a new factory would be a better investment. But yes. So they could reduce their prices a lot, but they can't fulfill the demand now anyway, so that's not really a point. Yes. Better games. Better games, for example, like Bolt Action or One Page Rule. Just a moment. This is Warlord game with Bolt Action. Before I started with Warhammer, I built a Bolt Action, and they are much cheaper. For example, you got this all for 100, and that's their web stores. Of course, if you buy a third party, you're cheaper. And how much Warhammer you get for 180 euros? You get one combat patrol. And by the way, this starter box, for example, is probably doubled, triple the amount of stuff you get in Combat Patrol. And their models aren't bad. I built the Africa Court, the Gentleman's Wall starter box. They are a little bit more mold lines, but for older Games Workshop models have probably the same problem. So yes, you got a much cheaper, a little bit easier rules. Alternative activation, or for example, if you look something like One Page Rule, could these games become more popular and be dangerous for Games Workshop? I could be, of course, but I don't think so. All these games struggle with one problem. I start Bolt Action before I start Warhammer, but I found no players for Bolt Action, and that's probably the biggest point for Games Workshop and for Warhammer. They have a lot of players. If you go on Facebook, say I won't play Warhammer, who like to play, you find people, and that's one big point. If they make the mistake, make too much other games, too much special games, then they become probably they make the whole gaming community small, and that's probably a little bit of a problem in long term. Yes, it's a little bit like if you play a multiplayer game and you don't find any players, then you don't can't play the game, and everyone won't play the game, but he says, "Oh, there's not the community for this game," and don't buy the game, and then the community struggles a little bit. Could be a problem, but you didn't see this problem, and I don't think it's a big problem for them. We are a little bit too fast. Lack of supply and scalpers. That could be a problem. That could be a real problem. We see this, for example, with the special books, but that's probably not that much of a problem. But for example, with the launch of some big boxes or some new releases or some new models, and you want to play this, you want to buy this, and you don't get it. And it's happened one time, that happened second time, and then you say, well, fuck you, in another word. Okay, screw it, Games Workshop. I buy from another company, or buy third-party models, or do something else. And if I can't play with these models I start another game. That could be a problem, but it's a little bit. It's probably because people become frustrated, but don't want to buy by scalpers, and that's probably a bigger problem. But not so much because they can't sell the stuff, but because the people become angry, and Games Workshop should do something about scalper. Yes, but it's a little bit for companies. It's hard to really. They want to sell their stuff, and in the first place they don't care who buys the stuff, and yes. But that could be a real problem for them, because a lot of people leave the hobby because they have enough. So, and your point, what could kill Games Workshop, was bad lore. First, I don't really saw this as a problem, but something like bad lore, go too woke, something like this. A lot of companies did this. For example, I made one example, an American beer company made a commercial with gay, lesbian, don't know what model, and their customers become really angry. I don't have any problem with gay or something like this, but the problem is, know your customers. Your customers for beer are men, and most times men. Of course, you can try to expand your consumer base, but if your old consumer base become unhappy, then it's probably not worth it. And this is a little bit my idea. If they, for example, make female space marines and make them in pink power armor and very strong, and they save everyone, and only the Ultramarines are just stupid, and all other spacemen are just stupid, and the female spacemen are the best, that could probably be a problem if you try to make something like this. Yes, and the idea is probably, yes, we want to sell our stuff to girls or women, but who buys toy soldiers most? It's probably a boy's hobby or something like this, and that could be a real problem. I just listened to another book review from the new, don't know which book it was, from the new Warhammer Old World with the female knight. I don't have any problem with female knights or female warriors. I talk a little bit about this in why no in my video about why there are no female space marines. But if you did something like, for example, like Star Wars did with the Last Jedi or something like this, then you get a problem. And if, for example, Games Workshop changed their lore too much, or then that could be a big problem. For example, something like the Primaris Marines wasn't that well received by some people, or they just, or the Gilliman story, because the people just like the old grim dark, the Empire is crucified to the end topic. Now they make something new and try to go a little bit further in the story or something like this, and probably some people don't like this. That's small problems, but if they make some really big break, they could become a really big problem, in my opinion. Yes. Another point is, even if Games Workshop don't sell any models more for some reasons like price, 3D printing, or something like this, they could still sell books, they could still sell the rules. One could be, for example, one idea to make one company to sell the miniatures, another company to sell the rules or make the rules. Or a lot of companies sell miniatures and one company sell rules, because yes, of course you can play. Everyone can make his own rules, but if you want to play, you need some rule set and some. Yes, not everybody can do what he want. So Games Workshop can still, even if their model line become got really in trouble, they can still do something else. And one other problem, or one other point, for example, if they made the Warhammer movie and the Warhammer series, if they, for example, touch the wrong or go too rogue or something like this could be also a little bit of a problem. Or if they at the moment Warhammer is a little bit of a niche, and yes, some people complain about it, there are no female space marines, that's blah 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 blah, or Warhammer 40k is fascist, but if they become more public, that could be also increase the pressure to do some stupid stuff. So, what is your opinion? Bye bye.